Hey guys, what is going on? It is Gear and here, and in today's video we are gonna be discussing our prediction for Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest Chapter 87. Sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get right into our prediction for Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest Chapter 87. What do I believe will happen in this chapter? Well, a lot of things can happen, but first we need to discuss what happened in Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest Chapter 86, because it ended off with a slight weird yet slightly interesting ending. So of course it ended off with the last panel, of course, about Suzaku and Selene being both very tired out, very worn out after their epic battle, and Selene trying to escape. And then of course it also shows Natsu on his way to face Selene to stop all of the mayhem that's happening in Elantia, because currently in Elantia the hands that were of course normally peaceful and they were just doing their own thing are starting to now act very weird, and they are starting to cause a lot of destruction in Elantia. They are destroying villages, they are destroying homes, and they are harming people. So really Natsu has to stop Selene, because she is the abnormality in Elantia that is causing the hands to move so weirdly, because her immense magic that she has within her is causing the hands to act weirdly and just start to cause a lot of destruction. So to stop the hands, they need to stop Selene. So of course now what I believe will happen in Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest Chapter 87 is, I believe that Natsu, Suzaku and Selene, they will all finally confront one another. They will be discussing something, of course, probably something about how Selene is trying to escape, of course, and how Natsu is saying that we need to seal you in order for us to complete the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. But what Selene might do is, we might just receive another curveball from Selene where she reveals something else hidden. Maybe the fact that Ignia might be related to Selene, or the fact that she might have one of her other sons, because remember, Selene said in the previous chapter that Suzaku slain and ate one of Selene's sons. Like she said, one. So that means she's got multiple sons, and probably they're all on Earthland. So one of two things can happen. The first one is she will try to escape, of course. Suzaku will probably go chase after her, and Natsu will see them both trying to escape, but it will be too late to reach them. And as Suzaku, of course, and Selene enter their portal, they'll go back to Earthland, and Suzaku will successfully capture Selene and bring her to the Diablos Guild for her to be eaten by the guild master. That will of course cause some outrages, because maybe her sons that we may have seen before, or maybe that have not been revealed yet, will be the ones that come, of course, rescue Selene from the Diablos Guild. Now that would be a sick setup to the next fight, because right now, of course, again, we've only seen 4 out of the 5 God Dragons. So it would be amazing for us to see something a little different from the God Dragons. Enough of the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, enough of that. Right now we need to see Natsu versus all the Dragon Hunters and the Dragon Hunter Guild Master. I want to see how have they been able to slay dragons without using dragon slaying magic, and how is it possible that they've eaten them and acquired their power. What sort of, let's just say, what sort of process do they have to go through? Is it like a spiritual stuff, or what is it that really makes them, of course, powerful enough to slay dragons? I want to know that out, and I want to see Natsu try and defeat Suzaku and perhaps even the guild master of Diablos, because it would be sick to see other dragon slaying magic, but of course in a different context, because like Natsu and the other dragon slayers, they learned their magic, they didn't eat any dragons to get their magic, whereas the Dragon Hunter Guild Diablos had to eat dragons to gain their magic. So it'd be interesting to see who is more powerful, the dragon slayers who have been taught, or the dragon hunters who have eaten the dragons themselves. That is my first scenario that I believe it probably would be a sick, let's just say, build up to the next fight, because maybe Selene might be tired out. We might, again, like I said, we'll see more of Selene's past, more of her sons perhaps, and maybe, just maybe, we might just see Natsu unlock his next level fighting the guild Diablos to, I know this is going to sound shocking, but to save Selene from the clutches of the Diablos Guild. Now how epic would that sound? And of course, let me know down below if you like that scenario, or if you like the second one. So the second scenario that I have in mind, of course, is that Selene will travel, of course, to the other dimension, maybe Edolas, maybe Earthland. And if she travels to Earthland, of course, what will probably happen is she will probably be able to regenerate her power, and she will transform into an actual dragon. Natsu and Suzaku, of course, they have both been, let's just say, grabbed onto Selene as she was trying to use her magic to escape, and they both were dragged along with her. So now, of course, it's Natsu and Suzaku versus Selene, and of course Natsu unlocks his dragon force because again he needs some sort of dragon slaying magic in order for him to defeat a dragon slaying god. And of course for Suzaku, he's already shown he's got enough power to defeat Selene, but does he really have enough power to defeat a dragon that is now a god dragon transformed into one, if that makes sense? So it'll be interesting to see that, of course, because then what that'll do, of course, is it'll also build up to Natsu versus Suzaku eventually, because what will happen is Natsu and Suzaku will probably defeat Selene, of course, but then it'll be a little bit of a feud between Natsu and Suzaku, where Suzaku, of course, wants to take Selene to his guild master so that she can be eaten by him, whereas, of course, Natsu doesn't want that to happen, of course, because again, she is a dragon, and secondly, he doesn't want anything bad to happen to her, even though she is a very evil person. It's not Natsu's way for him to, let's just say, defeat his enemy, and he doesn't want that to happen to anyone, so he is a very nice guy, so I highly doubt that he would let that happen. So it'll probably be a little feud between them, or what will happen is Suzaku will turn good. He will actually help Fairy Tail, even though it'll be hard for him to do. He will help Fairy Tail defeat his own guild Diablos, and of course he will let's just say join Natsu in sealing all of the 5 god dragons. Now that one's a little bit far-fetched out, you see, because firstly you can't really imagine Suzaku, a dragon hunter from the guild Diablos, betraying his own guild. Even if Fairy Tail is one of the nicest guilds out there, he can't really betray his own guild just like that. He'd have to have some sort of traumatic experience or learn some traumatic history about his guild in order for him to not be with them, of course, and then join Fairy Tail in their quest, of course, to defeat Diablos. Now again, that would be interesting to see, of course, but then I wouldn't really be as hyped for that as I would be to see, of course, Selene being rescued by her sons. That would sound more epic to me, because then it'll be Fairy Tail versus Diablos, but this time, of course, it'll be much more different because the crew have now slightly powered up since their last battle, so hopefully they'll be much more powerful. And I believe that Fairy Tail versus the guild Diablos would be much better, because it'll sort of be like a respark of Fairy Tail versus Phantom. So Phantom Lords, of course, which was one of the original evil guilds that we really saw in Fairy Tail. So it'd be another battle of that, good versus evil guilds, of course, and it would be sick to see that in the Fairy Tail 100-year quest. Of course, this is my opinion, this is my prediction on what I believe would happen. You guys let me know down below, what do you believe would happen in Fairy Tail 100-year quest chapter 87? What do you think will happen? Do you think it'll be scenario 1, or do you think it'll be scenario 2? Drop a 1 or 2 in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, that would be very much appreciated. And make sure to subscribe to the channel to join the awesome community that we have on this channel. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care and peace.